Hey, so what have we learnt? That in a lot of cases, when people are faced with evidence, right, that contradicts what they have to say, right? So, for example, with all of this rubbish here in Australia, what I've come to the conclusion of is when people are unjust, when the authorities are unjust, is it right for an individual to fight back, like under some circumstances to die on the spot against corrupt elements of law enforcement here? Would it be acceptable? Before I said no. Now I see that there's some people that they go, oh, our job, we could die because of our job. So any bullshit thing we do is like that just for the honor of the Queensland Police Force. And then there's people like Bo Cisco that are looking at them going, these are the worst police in history, making the worst possible example of themselves in public. They are so fucking full of themselves that they don't realize that they're being watched by Bo Cisco and by the law enforcement behavioral community in the United States. The Caloundra police, dudes, you guys are a poor example. Well, you're a good example for poor behavior overseas, and you have been for fucking years. And you think it's a conspiracy theory, and that's the saddest part about it. You think Bo Cisco being able to publish a whole bunch of stuff about law enforcement negative priming. Okay. So negative priming, for example, they've been trying to shut me down from speaking, right? And it's because they've been telling you that I have syphilis, but I don't have syphilis. I don't have any STDs. What I have is ACADM gene, okay, which can create medium chain ACLCOA dehydrogenase deficiency. So, with me, right, with all the paranoia of the police, I haven't really eaten in a year because I haven't been able to work, haven't been able to train properly, like, and eat and stuff like that, right? Because I've been trying to like survive, create my own business and not get fucking ripped off, you know? So, I have this thing, this gene variation. This isn't something that makes you have to shut a human being down. It's discrimination if you go after somebody because they have this gene, because 1 in 66 people in Australia have it. So it's fairly fucking common, right? So you see how a lot of white Australian people, we get pudgy when we eat bad food, right? Or dairy products. It's probably because you've got this. So women and men in Australia beat themselves up a lot about being pudgy, right? But some of us, we actually have a fucking genetic condition which makes us pudgy. So with me, I've lost a lot of weight because I've been training and like running and stuff, and I haven't been eating right for a while, right? For a year. I wasn't anyway before. Okay. So I mean, it's political retribution, retaliation, and you've all got a fucking story, as I said. What it's made me know is that they'll stop at nothing. So if they'll stop at nothing, if there's a line between justice and these people that will fucking lie, right? That I will fucking kill. That's a line. I don't give a fuck what you are or who you fucking are. If you push the fucking line with me now, motherfucker, I'll fucking kill you. I don't give a fuck. And it'll be justifiable. And the whole fucking law enforcement community in the world will be like, those motherfuckers fucked up, regardless of whatever they think they can try to fucking paint it. Right? So, and that's a fucking sad place to be at. But I'll also say I saw someone that I train with now, and I intend to be training more with the police and stuff, but with police and with people who want to fucking train. Okay. So I denounce all of the bullshit that's come out of fucking Caloundra and the framing from the beginning of everything. Okay. It's all been about you looking after your particular gangs or some whatever fucking bullshit. Okay. So if you try to take my fucking music away from me, I will fucking kill you. I will fucking kill you, dude. If you try to take my stuff, my and fucking digital ID me and stuff, I'll fucking kill you. I don't care what your fucking job is. I'll find your office and fucking blow you away if you think it's a fucking joke. And everybody should be the same fucking way. That's their fucking game. But that's the fucking baseline now you got to understand, okay? So if they go, oh, it's necessary for people to fucking die for Queensland Police to do their job, and fuck them, fuck them, right? Okay? If that's your attitude, then them come back and say, hey, I wanted to be a cop, and now, no, fuck you. The young people should be hearing this. They should be calling out hypocrisy the same as me. Because they see it fucking sooner than I see it, dude. Sooner than you motherfuckers see it. Most of the time. So your violence, your fucking gun at my head, cunt, is at the head of Facebook, at the head of the internet, at the head of free speech. Your fucking gun at my head is at the head of free speech, dude. The head of Mark Zuckerberg. Remember what happened when my last fucking Facebook got deleted? Mark Zuckerberg turned your fucking Facebook off for like 2 weeks, motherfuckers. Okay. So it's a fucking sad reality that they push it to this point. So what is your politics? It's like, I suppose there's a conservative American fucking and old Australian way of doing things is like, look, like if you came around to my fucking grandpa's house, my great grandpa's house or something, and you pushed it, dude, they were going to fucking shoot you with a 3.0 or some fucking shit out in the bush. That's not wrong, and that's not being modern, and that's not being fucking radical. That's being real. You think this is a game. You think this is playing chess you're playing chess with somebody's life that you don't like, and it's all a fucking big enjoyment fucking game, right? You're always trying to push everything to an emergency. So let's have a look at the example that you make for yourself. Let's have a look at the example that you make for yourself. Okay. So anyway, so from my perspective, joint operations, mortuary affairs, you get dropped in the bush and maybe your Jeep's crashed or something like that. You've got a thing of water and you've got some equipment shit. You got to fucking go. You got to run 20 kilometers across different varied environments, right? In the fucking heat of the day with no shirt on. That's what I did today. So people see my body and they see, oh, he's pudgy now. He's pudgy in parts, yeah, and his body's weird because he lost weight and everything. But the thing is so I've been fat and I've got that gene, right? So what happens is once you lose weight, stuff doesn't get taut and trim and ready to go straight away. It drops. And then what you got to do, like with me, then from like a special operations perspective, somebody who has special operations background and special operations training is going to be like, okay, I don't feel right. I'm pudgy. I've been at home for too long. I've been in a civilian type of thing for too long. So drop me in a 20-kilometer course, right, with a bottle of water and just a pair of fucking shorts. And then when I come out the other end of that, I'm going to start to feel like, okay, I can wake up tomorrow morning and do the same thing again from a training perspective. And then keep on doing that until I retract in the fat. So the only way really to lose weight is through fucking road work. Okay. So I'm just saying, I'm used to everybody with their gun right at my fucking head. I don't care what they fucking are, right? I saw my boss last night. He's cool. He's a good dude. But it's not him, but there's a lot of motherfuckers out there. There's a lot of people out there with the fucking gun to my head all the time with everything. And that's just what I've got to say. Like, you think it's a fucking game, right? Before I was trained to fucking kill at the security college when I did my security weapons and light bodyguard and all the other stuff, right? So if you think this is a fucking game, I'm telling you, I'm prepared to fucking kill so my kids have a future, so my fucking name, so my legacy isn't besmirched and fucked over by you fucking left-wing lunatics. So if I bowed to you and kissed your fucking ass and then hung out with you and then ticked the right boxes and then protested the right things, you would allow me to have the copyright to my music that I wrote when I was a left-winger. But they won't. So, okay, who wants to have digital ID in the UK, right? Let's have a look at this. They cancelled my qualifications. They cancelled my music copyright because I haven't complied to that. So who wants to sign on to digital ID if they're going to be cancelling your copyright as a human? You're controlling your social media, right? It's sick, and it's because of votes, and it's because obviously domestically, when the AFP look at stuff, people are unhappy about what the politicians are doing in Australia to a very large degree, that they have to stop people who everybody fucking agrees with from communicating about things that everybody else is feeling at the fucking time. So with Bob Marley, you know what I mean? Like, Bob Marley forgave the people that fucking shot him, but then the ghetto shot those dudes and Bob Marley couldn't stop it. So that's the fucking lesson that you should all understand. Life isn't a fucking game. So the games that you guys have been playing, threatening my fucking life for 6 years, right? If I was one of you dudes, if I was on your side and someone told me to go and do what you're supposed to do with me, bro, it would have been done in 12 fucking seconds. So stop assuming otherwise. So someone like me, I don't want to teach street fighters or anything. I want to teach women, and I want to teach cops, and I want to teach security guards, and I want to teach hospitality staff martial arts, practical martial arts. The stuff that I learned, the old school stuff, but it's pub martial arts. So you don't threaten people and then keep on pushing stuff and then keep playing authoritarian bias and not understand this person now understands that sometimes there's no empathy and no compassion when it comes to these fucks because they're sick and they can't see the error of their fucking defamatory ways to the point that they'll push it over the cliff and cost them their lives. And this time they won't be able to fucking say, oh, look at our song and dance. We're all good and we're a big hero. Everyone's going to be like, you fucking scum. Talk about you want to change the last letter in your fucking name. We can change every letter in your name after what you did to Dave MacMillan. And now his family's fucking, his boy and his fucking daughter are suing all of the individual officers that David named before he got killed by them. So every week they're pushing me. You know why? Because I have body cam, I have police signatures and police documentation that can fucking sink all of them that I'm not going to share. But they keep on pushing me to try to get me to fucking share it. No, that poison pill is a poison pill for you motherfuckers to show how petty and how ridiculous you all are if we have to go there. So it's all good. I'm friendly. I get along well with everybody, but I'm not fucking nice. I'm not fucking. It's not that I'm bad fucking psycho stalker or something. I'm fucking bad, unlicensed boxer under particular circumstances because I've been trained to do that since I was fucking 12 years of age. So I spoke to someone last night and he's got glove cuts all over his fucking face too. From the same fucking people, right? That's one thing. You see, look around here, see if they've got cuts on their face, scars on their face from getting cut with a fucking glove. So I'm not a killer. I'm not Ted Bundy. I'm not any shit like that, man. And I'm meeting respectable women all the fucking time that are really fucking nice and younger than me, okay? But if you try to hurt good people, I'll fucking kill you. That's it. Good people. You try to hurt good people. I know it's probably not a good message, but that's fucking my message, right? Okay, everybody out there. I hope you're good, but that's kind of like my message, right? Because we got like Antifa and all these political people and connected to all these hostile foreign countries doing crazy stuff in our countries all the time. And they think that, okay, because they're connected to the ALP, they can get away with it, or because they're connected to this person and this political party, or this political party tolerates it. So my country is fucking everybody's left-wing loony, right? So the police are the left-wing loonies with the guns, right? And even the ones that say they're right-wing or whatever, they're not. And the thing is now Australian police are inheriting some. They didn't understand the war when it happened 5 years ago. They didn't understand they don't understand any of the Cold War dynamics as it stands now. So of course they're going to be fucking everything up all the time because they're just making it up like, oh, that must have something to do with Russia. Oh yeah, we're just going to say that has something to do with Russia. It's not a nuanced thing to do with the Ukraine. So just so you know, we've got people in the Ukraine and there's people fucking dying every day and you think it's a game. So 3rd Battalion, you thought it was a game. Then one of our fucking soldiers died. Okay? It's not a fucking game. This is not a fucking game. I just came back from, it's interesting, right? I ran through in Karamundi the defenses where we set up the forts for the Japanese near Battery Hill and all that stuff, right? During the Second World War. And when I was going through there, I was like trying to visualize like Japanese infantry, like Marines and stuff, like pouring up through there in an invasion if we hadn't been hit at the battle. They hadn't been hit at the Battle of Midway type of thing. And if we hadn't hit them, I mean, if they hadn't have failed on their second Pearl Harbor attempt on America. Right. So September 11, Pearl Harbor. Yeah. So, but that's just it. There's a war going on out there, and people have got to stop contaminating like our ability to do shit. You guys have double standards because you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want to do and move wherever you want to move and make as much money as you want whenever you want. Me, I don't have that. So if you wonder why I'm frustrated, that's why. So don't say I have AIDS or some stuff because I have a chubby gene. Okay. Thanks, guys.